Okay, what we want to talk about in today's talk is this issue in marriage. What I would say is nearly sexless marriages and gatekeeping and refusing on the part of one spouse versus another. Mostly that's the wife that's not sexually available to her husband. It's amazing today in contemporary society in the U.S., and I suppose it's probably true for Canada, Western Europe, Australia. People have a lot of sex before they get married. They don't save sex for marriage because marriage is so delayed into mid 20s, late 20s in so many cases. Um, that they have a lot of sex before marriage, and then when they get married, for some reason after the honeymoon or within the first year or two of the marriage, the frequency of sexual activity and sexual relations between the spouses, the lovemaking, becomes very infrequent. And of course, that stresses the marriage. Let me just say this, I've read the Christian marriage blogs. I've blogged on marriage and sex quite a bit on my generalist blog. Um, this is a real problem out there. Not very many people want to talk about it. Some Christian marriage bloggers do pick up on it and address it. Um, to have a successful, lasting marriage, a happy marriage, a stable family for children with two parents in the home, sex is an important factor. Mutually fulfilling sex life for both the husband and the wife is important. I'm not saying, and don't take me wrong, it's not the only important ingredient for a successful, happy, lasting marriage, but it's one of the 3 or 4 key ingredients. If you neglect that and don't have it, you got a problem. The spouse that's maybe a low drive spouse, not interested, may not care too much if there's not much lovemaking in the marriage. But for most people, have a good, healthy libido. I know with men, it's very important. They feel love through sex. For the husband, it's not just physical release. Wives, take note. If the husband's deprived of sex, he's going to get resentful, he's going to get frustrated, and we know where that can lead to. Extramarital affairs, separation, divorce, and a lot of this could be avoided. So my challenge to wives is don't neglect your husbands. Don't use sex as a weapon. Don't play gatekeeper or refuser when it comes to being sexually available to your husband. Don't use sex as a reward, a bribe to get your husband to do something for you in some other area of your life together. Don't use it as a weapon to get back at him or punish him if he does something you don't like. From what I've seen from other people, from couples, from comments and couples I've talked with and couples I've observed over my adult life is some of the people that have in their marriages problems in the bedroom, they got a lot of stresses and fighting and bickering outside the bedroom. So they don't have a good, loving relationship to begin with. And that's why their sex sucks or is non-existent or boring. So work on your relationship outside the bedroom. But even if you have a good relationship outside the bedroom, you're happy seeing each other, you work well together around the house, you go out, you have good times, you're doing well in your roles as father and mother to your children. Don't neglect the lovemaking in the bedroom. Don't use it as a weapon. Don't be a gatekeeper or refuser. So think about it. It's an important ingredient in marriage. Not many people want to talk about it. It's taken for granted or neglected, but we've got what I would say a near epidemic of sexless marriages or near sexless marriages in the US today. And it's really amazing to me because these people have plenty of sex before they get married. And then when they get married, which is where you should have your sex and save it for marriage, they don't have a whole lot of it. So it really is, it's kind of baffling and puzzling, but it's an issue that needs to be confronted. Okay, thanks for listening. Thanks for stopping by. Check out our blog, larrysmusings.com. Hundreds of essays, wide range of topics. Use the search function. Uh, scroll up and down on the home page. You may find something that's interesting and helpful to you. Okay, we'll see you next time.